What's up, everybody? I am that WWE guy, and you are watching once again that WWE show. And today, I am going to do my Raw and SmackDown Live predictions. First on Raw, you have Braun Strowman coming out to talk about him injuring Roman Reigns by flipping the ambulance over. Most fake injury I ever seen in my life. Because Roman Reigns showed up at a house show in my hometown here in Providence and speared Braun Strowman to the table. So the injury story is fake when it comes to live shows that's not televised, but it's real when it comes to televised show like Monday Night Raw. Braun Strowman comes out, he brags about how he injured Roman Reigns, and Kurt Angle comes out and says, "Hey, Braun, you injured Roman Reigns. Now tonight we're gonna give you the night off." What does Braun do after he gets the night off? Oh yeah, and he will face Roman Reigns 2 weeks at Payback, which it should take like 6 months, at least 6 months, for getting flipped in an ambulance to recover, especially in his broken ribs. But no, 2 weeks. Roman Reigns has to look strong all the freaking time. So Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns are faced next week. In 2 weeks. Alright? At Payback. Braun Strowman, he takes out Golden Truth and he puts Kalisto to the table, which leads to Big Show knocking him into the garage door, and he says, "You want to bully people, why don't you take on somebody our own size?" So then they were facing the main event, Braun Strowman and the Big Show. Next, you have Chris Jericho goes up against Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe picks up the victory. And then you see a confrontation between Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins. They stop fighting, and Seth Rollins gets the best of Joe. Joe runs around away like a coward, and Joe shouldn't be doing that. It's like he's the destroyer. He should be still keep him, but he's a heel, so he's gonna do that. But anyways, Seth Rollins, on top of that confrontation, Samoa Joe and Seth Rollins will face in 2 weeks, and I'm looking forward for that match. That's the match I'm looking forward for. And then next, what else happened? I can't remember everything that happened, but I know you had the fatal 4-way for the number 1 contenders spot for the Raw Women's Championship, as you have Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Alexa Bliss, and Mickie James. And Alexa Bliss picks up the victory and is gonna face Bayley for the Raw Women's Championship at Payback. And well, you're gonna hear about my predictions at Payback, so stay tuned for that. I don't want to talk about anything about Payback, of who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, until my predictions that's gonna come a couple of days before. And then you have Bray Wyatt. He came out and it was like a horror movie promo where they showed all this creepy stuff in the background while he was talking about the House of Horrors match against Randy Orton, and he's gonna put Randy Orton in a hell of horror, and he's gonna do all this crazy creepy shit to him. And I'm still anxious to see what this House of Horrors match is gonna be for the WWE Championship. Then you got Kurt Hawkins jobbing to Finn Balor, and Finn Balor is going nowhere. He comes back and he's like, he has no rivalry, which he might end up facing Bray Wyatt, but he has no rivalry. No nothing going on for Finn Balor. He keeps on just taking on jobbers week after week. So let's see what WWE has in store for Finn Balor in the future. And at the end, I just want to get to the end of the show because it's basically the best part. It was a pretty slow match. It was Mr. McMahon jerking off over two sweaty men, but you had the best part at the end where Braun Strowman superplexed the Big Show off the top rope and broke the ring, and referee Jack Cone, he's dead. He's nowhere to be seen. He just died. He just died from the impact by bouncing out of the ring. And it was like an awesome thing to watch. So basically that is the main things that happened on Raw. And Braun Strowman walked out from that. He just got back up like nothing happened. Just walked away. He's the man among men. The monster among men. Whatever you want to call Braun Strowman. But he walks away after suplexing Big Show off the top, breaking the ring. And now we're going to move on to SmackDown Live, where you had a whole bunch of promos about up-and-coming superstars like Shinsuke Nakamura, Ty Dillinger, Lana, The New Day. They all had little promos about them. And let me see, there was a 6-pack challenge, which would determine the number one contender at Backlash. And surprising, it was Jinder Mahal. I picked Jinder Mahal because, just for a joke, I was like, oh, Jinder Mahal is gonna win, and then he won. Jinder Mahal is the number one contender. He had those two guys come out and catch Sami Zayn's leg, and then Jinder Mahal took advantage. But still, Jinder Mahal, who's been a jobber throughout his whole career, is now in the main event at Backlash to face Randy Orton. It will be Randy Orton. Okay, that's one prediction I'm gonna make right there. Randy Orton's gonna beat Bray Wyatt, and then he's gonna face Jinder Mahal. Then you have Charlotte. She defeated Naomi to get her SmackDown Women's Championship next week here on SmackDown Live. And like, maybe, I don't know, Charlotte might be the first to win both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championship. Everybody wants Alexa Bliss, but it might be Charlotte. Who knows? So check in next week just to see that. Charlotte and Naomi will face for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And then you have Kevin Owens. He beats up a jobber, and he has this funny part where he says, everybody stop eating your hot dogs and shut up and listen to what I have to say, because he's the claimed face of America, and he's from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And yeah, Kevin Owens just being Kevin Owens as the United States champion. And then you move on to AJ Styles. He goes up against Baron Corbin, and he picked up the victory over Baron Corbin. And he did the phenomenal forearm by knocking Baron Corbin into the over the barricade into the crowd. And the funny part about that is when JBL says, Baron Corbin has disappeared. No, he got knocked over the barricade. And that's when AJ Styles defeated Baron Corbin by count out. And basically that was the big things that happened in SmackDown Live. But Randy Orton should have at least... Oh no, Randy Orton didn't get the... I think Randy Orton, when he was coming out to talk to Jinder Mahal about his title match, give him congrats about him being the number one contender. I think he was about to hit an RKO, but then there was the interruption of Bray Wyatt, and then Jinder Mahal snuck out the back other side of the ring, and Randy Orton was left standing there in the middle of the ring. And well, anyways, that was my reactions to Raw and SmackDown Live. Can't wait to see what happens next week, and I can't wait to see what happens at Payback. And if you guys like this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more That WWE Show. And I am out.